Buddy, hello, Pilgrims family. We are live from March 27th, day 10.
Yep. And
Day
we
10.
see that there's nobody here, but there may be because
And you may come eventually.
Right, but we go off and it says 13 people were there and we only saw like 4.
Yeah.
So we're going to guess someone's here. Please text us if you're here so we know.
And say hi. Absolutely.
Ask questions.
Okay, so today we started in Rodondela, and the idea was to walk to Ponte Vedra, and that was 20 kilometers or 12.4 miles. But as Camino does, it is a different experience from what you think it's going to be every day.
It sure was.
Right? So what time do we leave today? 8:20.
Oh, yeah.
Look.
8:20.
Got it on the paper.
Oh. 8:20 and, okay. So we left and we didn't eat breakfast. Raining. It was raining.
Ooh, we had one coffee.
We did. One coffee.
No, you
great
had
place.
You
I had
3.
2.
Oh.
And we had a great, because I woke up at 6.
Someone's here. Hi.
Yeah, let us know who's here if you can. Text us. But I woke up at 6. Sue was still sleeping. We had set our alarm for 7:30.
No, 7.
7. So I went down and had a coffee and then got Sue a coffee. I took a shower, But anyways, we went out and it was raining. And we started walking, but we didn't have breakfast. And I started like, I'm so hungry.
Yeah.
So Sue had a half a sandwich or a quarter of a sandwich left.
A half, yeah, okay.
So she split it in half and gave me half, and we had breakfast. So that was
standing up under an overpass because it was raining.
And it ended up being a Roman bridge. So
yeah, it was a Roman bridge. We don't see many of those.
No.
Just like one every couple hours.
Right. So after that, Sue went up ahead because she's a fast walker, and I'm slower. And I didn't see her, for 2 hours after, right?
Yeah. I mean, I kept stopping and looking back and to see if I could see her, and I didn't. And I thought, well, maybe she stopped off at a grocery store because she was still hungry.
And I didn't.
No.
But I did meet this wonderful family from Spain that was walking the Camino as well. A mother and a father and a cousin to Oliver, and then there's their daughter, Olivia.
Yeah.
And I walked
How
with,
old were they?
They were 10.
Yeah.
And they were on spring break, and I walked with them.
Camino,
their
right?
first Camino, the kids. And I walked with them for 2 hours, and I walked up and over a large hill and overlooked this beautiful valley of
and the river.
Arcadia.
And in the river, the views were amazing. It was raining and overcast, so the views probably were even better if it was sunny, but it was still amazing. And a lot of forest walking.
Right. So I want to say hi, Olivia. Hi, Oliver.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, we want to say because I got to know you very well and your animals and all about COVID, how you dealt with COVID. It was a very great conversation, and I know you're watching.
I hope.
Anyways, I know you will watch, and we did interview you later, so that'll be on
future vlog.
Right. Yeah. But just want to say it was a great walk, and I realize when I'm walking with other people than Sue, I love walking with her, but I walk faster.
When you're with other people?
With other people. It's so weird, and I just want to say thank you for allowing me to walk with you and walk faster because Sue was ready to text and say...
Well, I was texting.
You were texting.
I got to Arcade, and I was in dire need of, this was like a couple hours later, dire need of my second cup of coffee because I'm not a functional person without coffee.
I cannot believe you went that far.
I know. And so I got to Arcade, and I came across the first bar, which is not a bar, but they call them bars, and
they're restaurants.
Restaurants in Spain. And before I walked in, I was texting Anne-Marie to let her know that where I was stopping in case she wanted to stop too. And literally when I hadn't even hit send yet, and I look up and there she is. somehow
Fast walker.
she caught up with me.
Yeah.
Even though I kept looking back and I didn't see you.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So so we stopped in. Yeah.
Oh, and you know what? There was a little stand on the way, and that's where I met Olivia and Oliver.
Oh, the best stamp ever.
With the
too.
best stamp ever. It was
Yeah.
great. We'll show you later, but that's where I met Olivia and Oliver. They had come back because maybe they forgot their stamp or
They
they didn't realize it, and I met you guys there, so that's pretty special.
Yeah. And so by the time we got to the restaurant, I was hungry, so I got a it was a tortilla.
Mini.
It was a mini tortilla. It was a mini tortilla on a stick, but it was just
No, that was funny.
strange description. But it was a
Right,
piece
and
of tortilla and a piece of
my leftovers. I had more salami and cheese, and I just
Did you
got
have
a
cup
piece of
coffee?
bread.
You got a cafe americano too.
Yes.
I
And
had,
an orange juice, of course.
I had 2 cafe americanos and 2 orange juices, and the orange juices are fresh squeezed here, and I mean they're just to die for.
And just to say, I went to the grocery store in the town we're in now, Porta Vernara, something like that.
Porta
No,
Vedra.
Yeah. And they have grocery store, they have the orange juice. They make the orange juice, so you squeeze it at the grocery store. It's great. So
Yeah.
but,
So then we finished lunch, and it had been raining up a little bit here and there, off and on, up to that point. Then we started walking. We were both like, "Oh, we feel really strong, feel really good." And then
wait, how many miles were we in?
it was 4.5 miles.
4.5 miles. So
yeah.
we still had a good chunk.
Yeah, we
10
still
miles or so.
8.5.
8.5 left. Which
Also
was
made
fine.
us-
We were like, ready to go.
Yeah.
And lo and behold,
The skies opened up.
poured sideways, wind, cold. We were freezing.
I mean, like
I walked in a puddle right down in and
with
1 foot, but my feet weren't wet. It was great. I wonder about the shoes.
but
hers,
mine soaked. I felt like my feet were. I'm in my shoes, and I felt like I was walking in a pond.
everybody knows how that feels.
I mean, they were just drenched, and it was cold.
Freezing.
and-
I have a cold, so I didn't want to get worse, which...
Oh, wait a minute. Before we forgot to talk about Claudia.
No. Oh, we will, but let's...
No, when we were in the...
Claudia.
Hi, Claudia,
hope
from
you're-
Prague.
From Prague, yep.
You are Amory's angel
Yes,
from the day.
Because she's a physician. She's walking the Camino with her friend that speaks no English. And she was like...
Yeah.
But she gave me some great menthol cough suppressions, like cough drops. Thank you. And
Glad I could help.
she's a physician. She looked at... Here I go.
They don't want to listen to just me. You got to stay with us.
She helped and gave us her number. Water would be better.
Sorry, that's all I got for you.
She gave us her number just in case, because she did have some medication, because she was feeling ill with a fever yesterday, and she went and got antibiotics, and but I didn't take them, and I don't need them at this point. But
So
thank
hopefully
you,
you
Claudia, and I hope we see you on the
know.
variant. I think she's taking this.
She did.
She's
She
taking
is,
it.
I
Yeah,
think so.
great.
So hopefully we'll run into you tomorrow on the spiritual variant.
Okay. So we're back to
Walking in the rain.
walking in the rain. Well, you probably shouldn't do this at home, but I started hitchhiking. Nobody picked us up.
We were drowned rats.
We were drowned rats.
I don't
they
blame-
couldn't tell if we were what gender we were, so people were probably like, I don't know.
I think it was because we were soaked. I
Yeah,
think
we were soaked.
No one wants
and
us in their cars.
all of a sudden, we saw a taxi pull up across
Across the street. Yep.
So we ran over. Well, the taxi wasn't available, but we were in front of an animal shop, like an animal feed,
Like a feed store.
like a feed hardware store, kind of, more feed.
So we went
And-
inside.
Yep. And they said they would call a taxi for us. It was
Because this town arcade doesn't have any like taxi services like Uber or anything like that. And so they were so kind. It was the feed store owner and then another wonderful woman We don't know if it was a friend or...
I don't know, but they were very kind, and it
Yep.
was 20 minutes. We got to know them, looked
Yeah.
around the store, and I noticed, I'm getting a tickle. I noticed a wild boar picture on this thing. I gotta get water.
Okay, I will keep going. So she, on this, it was a wild boar on some, some kind of it wasn't feed for a wild boar because they don't want to encourage wild boar. They are, I guess they really just destroy their crops. And so we started, chatting about how bad they are for the farmers. And then we saw some pictures of wild boar hunting. And we found out that the owner of the feed shop is a hunter. And so you'll see some of the pictures in our vlog from the day of his hunting experience with boar.
Well, in the wild boars, they just ruin the crops. Did you say that right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Come in a little closer.
Okay. So
we got a taxi, and the taxi was about 25 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, and for those who care, it was 20 euros for the taxi, and the taxi guy was great, and he brought us right to the restaurant where we needed to wait because our apartment was not available yet.
Yep. So we got in.
No, but before we got to the apartment, he dropped a little bit off, and so we walked through, and there was a mercado happening, and it was really cool. It was like tons of fresh fish and seafood and flowers, and it was just a very traditional mercado, and it was wonderful. But we were trying to find this restaurant where we had to stay and wait.
And we found it.
And we did.
Bar restaurant, and I had
It was
a salad.
Restaurant Tierra. Tierra Restaurant. So
which
means dirt or soil.
in Spanish.
Soil restaurant, dirt
It
restaurant.
was very lovely, and it was warm.
And yeah,
was so cold.
we had several cups of tea. And Amber, you had a salad.
Yep.
And we were
leftover sandwich.
leftover sandwich.
Oh, I bought a piece of bread, leftover meat, and salad. It was great.
You always improvise with what you got. And so we were waiting. We were thinking we'd have to wait like an hour. And so we text the lady, and we don't hear from her. And it's now an hour and a half. And we're still really cold and wet. Just, you get that cold to the bone wet. Cold, just you can't shake it.
Right.
So we decided to take a step up from the cups of tea and get a martini. Dad, if you're watching, martini. And Lavinia, hi, I came in late. Sorry, where are you today? Oh, we are in Ponte Vedra. We are in Ponte Vedra tonight. So we got our martini, and that helped a little, except they don't know how to make martinis.
Not at this place, anyways.
Yeah.
The vermouth, he brought everything to the table: beef eaters, sapphire, vermouth,
And cups of ice.
And he started pouring the vermouth.
I'm like, basta,
Anyways,
basta. And
with
so,
that said, it still was great. And
but to compensate for putting too much vermouth in, he just gave us more gin. So,
but then our place was ready. She came and actually picked us up.
Yep, and brought us
because it was only 1 minute away.
Yep, and so we checked it into our apartment, and it's very nice, and it was warm, and
Until
Amory got in the shower.
I got in the shower, it was lukewarm. It never got really hot, and then I got out, and then Sue got in. It was cold.
Yeah, really cold. And so I text the lady because I'm like, I gotta have a shower because I could not get warm. So she came back and brought me upstairs to the apartment upstairs, so I got to shower in that apartment. So I got a nice hot shower and came down here. And while I was in the shower, you went to the grocery store.
To the supermarket. It was only a 5-minute walk, and I don't remember where we're staying here. So
we're in the historic area.
I know, but the name of our place, but.
You'll see it in the vlog.
Okay.
We'll put it in the vlog.
Anyway, went to the supermarket, got some, like a sandwich, meat, cheese, stuff for tomorrow's walk because Yeah, lettuce, tomato, because there's really not as much amenities along the way.
Tell us
There
about the
is,
experience in the grocery store.
So it was great. They have gloves, which I forgot to buy, but it
We
was
get-
like a super Target, but
Yeah.
not. And they do have an orange juice machine that
Yeah,
you
so
can
we got a
just
huge
orange juice,
thing
like
for the
fresh
morning.
squeeze.
Yay.
It was great.
So now we are, well, wait a minute. Elizabeth, hi, thanks for joining us. You're from Pennsylvania. My friend and I are starting from Porto on April 11th. Oh, so you'll be right behind us. So, dreary walking in the rain. I have been watching the rains come down since January. Hope the sun shines for you. Thank you so much. We did, when we started planning a couple weeks before we started, it was showing pure rain the entire trip. But our first week was actually not only sunny, but too hot. It was like 85 degrees. But don't worry, Elizabeth, there's a good chance that it will change. But from talking to people, they said that when the rains do come, they're like they're like a week long, right?
Yeah, they last a week.
They last like a week. And we are expecting rain every day for the rest of our trip. But like we just took a step outside and it wasn't raining. So even though it says it's raining every day, you will have pieces or portions of time where it doesn't. One thing to remember, and we didn't do this today, if it starts downpouring, don't continue to walk. Jump in an overhang, jump out of the rain, and just hang there for a while. And don't walk. That was our downfall, right? And so we know that now. So so that one woman we talked to in the feed store, she has walked the Camino. She did the spiritual variant, and she's from here. And when we said we were doing the spiritual variant, she went like this, because the rain and the wind, and we're going to be the spiritual variant tomorrow goes down to the water again. And she was like, the weather's going to be really bad. So we were really contemplating if we were going to do the spiritual variant. But I think we decided we're going to do it. It was the plan, and we're going to do it.
But then our place doesn't have a food.
But it's 10-minute walk.
20 for us.
But
in the rain.
But we're gonna maybe
not. Just bring dinner and cook.
Or sandwiches.
I'm sick of sandwiches.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do? Hi, Elizabeth. Wish I could meet you two. Oh, we wish you could meet us too. Maybe the next Camino. Have been following since. Oh, we walked the Frances. Thank you. Have you answered the debate of poncho versus raincoat? Oh, let's talk about that.
It came up again today.
So you were saying with the raincoat, your straps got wet.
So yeah, my backpack straps, because they were over, my raincoat was under, they got wet, which is not really a big deal.
But I really loved my poncho because I've got my phone and that hangs right here. And so I was able to keep it dry the whole time and pull it out when I needed to, even with the rain, and just do a little video, snippets, and then put it back so it stayed dry. If I had a rain jacket, I wouldn't have been able to do that.
Yes, and I like her rain jacket because it's...
My poncho?
Poncho. It's airier, and I got really hot, even though I have zippers in my rain jacket. But my rain jacket also works as a jacket for wind, and you don't have to wear this big poncho. You look a little better, but
I've come to the conclusion I don't care what I look like.
More warmth.
But
I'm gonna keep what I have just because I have it, and I don't want to really spend more money, so it's workable, and hers is too.
Yeah, I like this poncho versus the one I had on the Chemin du Puy, because this one has sleeves and it has a zipper, and so I was able to regulate with the zipper. And with the sleeves, it wasn't flying around like the one I had on the Chemin du Puy. Remember that thing? People are laughing at me with that one. This one, not so bad. And so I think it is a matter of, taste. Come in. And so I think both have their value.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of depends on what feels better for you.
Any other questions? Tell us who's out there. There's six.
Oh, how cool. Six people.
We have Elizabeth and who else was that?
Tony, are you out there?
Oh, Anne.
Anne, hi. Anne from Adelaide. Oh, you're back. It's nice to see you, Anne. Thanks for tuning in. Are you feeling a little better, Anne-Marie? Oh, thanks,
Thank you. It's actually gotten a little worse. Just at night, mostly if I talk a lot, like here, and I'm all excited. But yeah, you missed this. I met a physician on the trail, and the Camino brings
what you need.
What you need. She gave me some throat lozenges from the Czech Republic, and she also said she had medicine if I needed it for more extreme antibiotics. But she's a physician. But we have her number.
Yes, we've exchanged numbers.
Our little angel, and we're going to do the spiritual variant, and she will too. But.
So we'll probably run into her again. Oh my God! And I just want to say we keep running into Elizabeth, which is so cool. And it's funny. It's you walk the Camino and you think, oh, you're never going to run into people again, and you do. You keep running into people again, and it's. I think it's part of the best part of the experience. It's the families that you meet, the people you meet and connect with, and it's supposed to rain again tomorrow, but yes, and just like you said, it's all part of the journey, and it's all part of the experience, and the thing you got to remember when you walk the Camino is no matter how much you plan, you just got to be willing to change it up if need be.
Yes. Hey, I want to say, Claudia from Prague, the physician, she said eat a lemon, suck on a lemon, the whole lemon, and eat an orange a day when you're sick to get that vitamin C. So I'm going to definitely try that.
And we get the big orange juice for tomorrow, too.
That'll help.
Fresh.
But I have to get a lemon.
Okay.
I figured I'd take one off a tree, but...
We haven't seen any anymore.
Oh, that's true.
So what we're going to do, since it's still a semi-early here, it's 6:22 p.m., and it's not raining, which is nice. Where are we again? Verde? Oh my gosh. When you go through different towns every day, you're like, where am I? What day is it?
I know, and you also were like, can I just stay home and cook a pizza in the oven?
Which we don't have.
But we're like...
But we're gonna walk around, and there's a couple churches that we want to go check out.
Okay.
Yeah, and just maybe a mini walk. We have to go get dinner anyway. And nothing opens until 7, so it's just kind of the way it is. And
who else is out there? Just throw your names in there. So
let us know. Oh, one of the things I want to say is this place that we have has a dryer. And we've been able to dry our shoes, thank God, because, they were totally soaked.
And we've been putting newspapers in our shoes to
soak up the moisture.
Moisture.
Something that I don't know if people know about, but it's a great technique if you don't have the ability to dry them. Make sure you take the insoles out, and then they'll dry faster.
This is actually the first Camino that we've had so much rain.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah. Well, it's a spring Camino.
Huh?
This, as Dad said, rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain, and where we are.
In Galicia.
In Galicia.
So, Galicia.
Wherever we are.
So, we did say before we were getting a tattoo, and we haven't heard from anybody. If you have any ideas on where
on our bodies, and what.
Just let us know.
Please, yes, please send
or
us
maybe
a
you
message.
should say, don't get a tattoo. I don't know.
No.
But anyways, we're a little tired, you could tell. So if nobody wants to say anything else, we're going to say over and out. And there's 7 here. So anyways, this will play later. And I think we're done.
So if you miss this, you can catch us later. And tomorrow's a new day. Exciting. Every day is new and exciting. And we really appreciate everyone who follows us. And... thank you so much from our hearts. We love our Camino family out there, and we really appreciate you, especially jumping in on our lives. So, and buen Camino to all of you.
Lavinia, Alexander, buen Camino.
Thank you. Elizabeth. Bom Camino.
Bom Camino. Camino, that's great in Portuguese.
Yep. So have a wonderful evening or day, depending on where you are in the world, and we will see you tomorrow on the flip side. We are going to be by the sea tomorrow. So we'll see how that is.
I'm excited.
Me too. Okay. All right. Ciao.
Bye.